I'm vrxcos, and for your sanity, I am not in your walls. Today, I'm going to be giving some beginner tips and tricks for cosplayers. Now, I'm by no means an expert, however, I did go from this to this. Do with that information as you will. So let's get into it. Tip number 1, contact lenses. When it comes to cosplaying, I find that contact lenses are a huge way to improve your makeup style. If you look at images of me from when I first started cosplaying to when I started using contacts, there was immense improvement. When you look at professional cosplayers, most of the time they do in fact use colored contacts. And the reason for this is it's a great way to enhance your makeup and to look a little bit more like the character. So you don't have to if you don't want to. I know colored contacts can be very daunting to use. Believe me, it took me 30 minutes for each eye the first time I used them. It just takes practice, it takes a little time, a little getting used to. In the end, it's worth it. Some colored contact places I would recommend buying from are Pinky Paradise, Uniqso, My IBB, April Eye, and forgetting the name, Moco Queen. Out of all of those though, if you're just starting, I recommend using Pinky Paradise. I personally used Uniqso for my first pair of contacts, but I found Pinky Paradise is the most comfortable and I guess the most beginner friendly. Please remember that your eyes are very, very delicate. So always be careful when using colored contact lenses unless you want to go blind. I'm looking at you. Don't do that. Make sure your hands are always clean, sanitized, and you're buying from reputable places. If you would like a video just about colored contact lenses, I am up for it, so let me know. Tip number 2, eyelashes. Now, same thing with the colored contacts. I think that false lashes really help your makeup pop. You have to make sure you get the right ones too, because some of them look a little bit silly. I know because I used to use these lashes that looked rancid on me. If you want to know what lashes I use cosplay or manga lashes, which you can find anywhere. As soon as you search up manga lashes or cosplay lashes, you'll know them when you see them. They're spiky. And same thing with bottom lashes. Bottom lashes are a great way to make the bottom of your makeup look less naked, if you will. And it just makes your eyes look bigger. Okay, tip number 3, don't compare yourself. Now, I know this is gonna sound like an after-school special, but when you are looking at videos of other cosplayers, you should be taking inspiration from their videos. You shouldn't be taking it as a sign that you're absolute trash and ugly and blah, 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 blah. I know, because I do this. You shouldn't be doing that because nobody's going to look the same. Nobody has the same level of skill. Nobody does things the same way, and that's completely fine. That's completely perfect, actually. It'd be really boring if we all looked the same and had the same skills. Skittles agrees with me. That's why he's screaming. When you're looking at videos of other cosplayers, take inspiration. Acknowledge that they look cool, and so do you, okay? We all look cool, we all look amazing. I don't care how long you've been cosplaying. I don't care how much money you can spend on cosplays. I don't care what you look like. Your cosplays are gonna look spectacular, and I'm gonna love it, and so is everyone else. And also, if people are mean to you about it, they don't matter because it only matters if you're liking it, because the point of cosplay is to have fun. I think some people forget that. You're supposed to be having fun, darling. If you're not having fun, what are you doing? Have fun! If it's not giving you any joy, then don't do it. It's okay. Tip number 4, accessorizing. So, as you can clearly tell, I do not look canon, and that is okay. That is a-okay. Cosplay, it's an art form. Go crazy. If you're cosplaying, you don't have to look exactly like the character at all. I highly recommend, actually, especially if you're a beginner, you should start experimenting. Start adding little accessories, little trinkets into your cosplays. Over time, you'll figure out your style, you'll figure out how you want to do things. You'll have super cool cosplays. Some things that I would recommend doing is trying out different makeup styles, very crazy makeup styles. Try putting tons of things in your wigs, like clips. Try closet cosplaying if you can't afford to buy a cosplay. Try making paper wigs if you can't afford wigs. Try adding necklaces, bracelets. Just go crazy. You don't have to look exactly like the character to cosplay. That's not how cosplaying works. There's no rules to this shit. Do whatever. I think that the people that are very creative with their cosplays and add their own twists are so cool. I try to be as much like them as I possibly can. I'm not good at my accessorizing game. I need to figure it out. All I really got are clips and stuff. Remember, there is never such a thing as over-accessorizing because only you get to decide that. Tip number 5, I think. I'm losing count. These are the essentials for wig styling. You really shouldn't listen to me in this segment because I am trash at styling wigs, in case you couldn't tell. Absolutely garbage at it. I'm just going to be giving you all the items that are very handy when it comes to styling wigs. The things that I use and other people use for their cosplay wigs are hairspray. I personally use Got2b. because I find that it really, really works with wigs. It really gets things stuck there. Also need a straightener, a crimper, scissors, and any kind of combs or brushes. There are other things that you can also use for wigs, but these are the main ones that are very beginner friendly, I guess. In case you have no idea what you're supposed to be doing with these items, what you do is you trim the wig, and you can find tutorials online on how to cut hair properly. Most of the time when you get a wig, you'll have to trim the bangs, otherwise you cannot see. You can crimp it to give it volume and then shape it. You don't even have to crimp it. You can also curl it with a straightener. You can leave it as it is. When you're making shapes or trying to get pieces of hair to stick into certain places, what you have to do is hairspray it and then blow dry it. Oh, it's hot. That's pretty much the basics when it comes to wig styling. Next tip for you, because I don't remember what number I'm on, is makeup. Makeup is very difficult. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I was very bad at it at first. I only used lipstick, like only lipstick. I would just put lipstick on and use it as blush and call it a day. Eventually I got my hands on eyeliner, and that was a terrifying day indeed. I was not prepared to be trusted with such a weapon. For this tip, I'm going to be telling you places that I recommend getting makeup and how to improve your makeup. To improve your makeup, I recommend constantly doing your makeup, doing it like all the time, looking at tutorials, looking at pictures, because you're not gonna be good if you're just doing it once. You shouldn't beat yourself up if you're not good immediately. I wasn't good immediately, and I mean nobody is good immediately. Practice makes perfect. I know I'm saying that a lot, I'm sorry, but that kind of applies to a lot of things. When it comes to makeup, you don't need to get the expensive stuff. You don't need to buy $600 foundation at Sephora. I find that whatever you can get your hands on works perfectly. For me, I use a lot of drugstore products, and I even use some things that are from the dollar store. I know, crazy, right? You see the highlighter on me? That was from Dollar Tree. Very cheap is a blessing. It was honestly the best highlighter I've ever used. I usually got highlighters that were like 10 bucks, and this was like $1, and it worked better than the expensiver one. Price doesn't always equal the quality. Brands I buy from when it comes to makeup are all at CVS. I always get NYX, Maybelline, L'Oreal, or e.l.f. I basically just stick to those. I very rarely venture out. But when it comes to eyeshadow, I use Evolution, I think it's called. I have like almost every single palette of it. I start using more of them because they have some awesome colors that I just neglect. Those are all of the tips that I can think of for now, but there are definitely more. I might make a part 2 of this when I think of more. Right now I'm a little brain dead. Let me know if you have any questions, if there are any specific videos you want me to make about certain topics, like the contact lenses or wig styling or yada yada yada. Ask me whatever. It doesn't even need to be cosplay related. Just ask me anything and I'll answer. Make video requests because I'm new at this. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what videos to be making. I am trying here. I am trying my darndest. Yeah, I hope this helps somebody out there. I don't know if it will, but I hope it will. Oh crap. I gotta think of my outro. I came up with an outro a little bit ago and I can't remember it. I need to use an outro. Bye bye. Remember to like and subscribe to be freed from my basement. Ta-ta. See you in the next one.